Hey, it's Rebecca Smith from the KBIA newsroom in Columbia, and it's time for Missouri Health Talks, a project where we listen in on Missourians' conversations about access to health care. For the month of April, we're focusing on the stories of those working to combat domestic and sexual violence in the state. North Star is an advocacy center, as well as a safe shelter for those in the northwest corner of the state who've been impacted by domestic and sexual violence. Wyatt Williams, Megan Cosman, and Casey Sterling all work at North Star and spoke about some of the ways they're trying to break intergenerational cycles of abuse in their community by educating school-aged young people on what a healthy and safe relationship looks like. Here's Wyatt.
We really try to act from a place of non-judgment, especially when we're talking to like a younger audience. Everybody is going to have moments in your relationship where you're not perfect, where things are not abusive, but they're unhealthy. It's been a big sticking point for even me and Casey, we did a presentation this morning, emphasizing you are going to make mistakes and there are going to be things in relationships that are not perfect. You're human, but what is important and what leads you to that path of like having a healthy relationship is that open communication, that accountability, and that real change of if I say I'm going to do something, you need to see that acted out. If a person comes to you and says, "Oh, I'm so sorry, it's never going to happen again," and that behavior keeps repeating, that's going to lead towards those unhealthy or abusive tendencies. But sometimes there's kind of a dooming mindset when we talk about domestic or sexual violence that, oh, if I make this mistake, I'm going to be an abusive person. I don't want somebody to think in that way. I want them to really kind of understand that what they do has potential to lead to unhealthy outcomes, but there's always an opportunity for you to see your actions and remedy those things and move towards that healthier relationship.
What I find with once in a while going over to help with the support groups with the teen girls, there's a profound fear of not being believed, whether you've been sexually assaulted or you've been in an intimate partner violent relationship or domestic violence relationship, or for the younger people that might not have experienced a relationship yet, but witnessing or experiencing domestic violence at home between the parents. And I think that still there is a profound fear of not being believed. And so what we really try to promote, whether it's in the elementary or middle school or high school or college, is that advocates, we will believe you.
I think I'm excited just to continue to break down the taboo culture of like domestic violence and sexual assault is something that happens behind closed doors and needs to stay behind closed doors. For me, I think the idea of just that we get out and we educate our community and our youth and just everyone that we would be able to continue to build a positive culture, and environment surrounding this really hard and awful topic, and just that survivors know that there is somebody that believes them in the corner of Northwest Missouri and that we are here to talk to.
That was Casey Sterling, Megan Cosman, and Wyatt Williams with North Star, an advocacy center in the northwest corner of the state for survivors of domestic and sexual violence. They were speaking about how they're trying to help break intergenerational cycles of abuse by educating young people on healthy and safe relationships. That's it for this week's Missouri Health Talks. Tune in next week for more conversations from throughout the state about health and access. I'm Rebecca Smith. Thanks for listening.